Hello everyone, so today I have another voiceover and I'm gonna do my new K-pop journal flip through. A lot of you seem to enjoy the last voiceover I did, so I decided to do it again. Hopefully this time the quality will be at least a bit better because let's be honest, the last time was just awful. So my new K-pop journal is just a random notebook I found in my local stationery store. It has this painting on the cover, and the fact that I really like about this notebook is that it has completely blank pages, so there's like no grid, no lines, it's just blank. So on the first page I just put a random photo of BTS here and then a quote from 4 o'clock by BTS, and here I just covered my name and phone number. So here is the first entry that I have in this K-pop journal. I didn't really know what I was going for back then, so I just put like this kind of style entries, and as you can see I started this journal in July this year. Here I started getting like more into what I actually want this journal to look like, so I started doing like this short entries. They're not like covering the whole page, so I mostly put some Twitter updates for BTS as well as a short note about the SM Town Live 2017, about the BTS comeback that was rumored back then, and also Happy Army Day, and about BTS memories of 2016. Here I have a lyric spread for Come Back Home, and it was before I started my lyrics journal, so that's why it's here. There I have a short note about each member of BTS, and it's not like a fact about them, but like my thought and how I feel about them. Also, sorry, I'm kind of sick and my throat hurts a lot, but I just wanted to refilm this video because the last one I just couldn't edit that because my editing software didn't work, so I started editing my videos on my phone, so that's why I have to refilm that. Here I have some entries about EXO's Kyungsu, who's my bias, and also about Chanyeol, who has been wrecking me a lot back then. Here I have more Twitter updates, and it was also the time when EXO released the War teaser clips and then the album, so I have the track list here. Then also BTS's Spring Day music video hit 100 million views on YouTube. Here I have 2 more lyric spreads for Dio's Crying Out, which is one of my favorite songs ever. And here the cover of Hack Me that V and J-Hope did back then. Here I wrote about BTS and Puma collaboration, as well as some random Twitter updates and about the rumors about BTS's comeback. Here another lyric spread for EXO's Mama, which is probably my favorite EXO song, and album in general. I really like this song and the album. Here I was trying to go for like a kind of one color per spread thing, so I started with pink. Obviously I love pink, and I just put some random Twitter updates, and I started doing like the KPOP win kind of thing, but I stopped after the 3rd win because I'm not keeping up with EXO that much. Um, Here I wrote about BTS's summer package and more Twitter updates. Here again, more Twitter updates, as well as EXO the Eve dance practice video and happy 3rd anniversary for EXO out, and also about the music bank in Singapore, which I wasn't able to watch for a really long time because I couldn't find it anywhere on the internet. Here more Twitter updates, BTS concept rumors that I found on Twitter, which were not true at all. And this one is one of my favorite spreads in this K-pop journal. I really like how the blue and purple looks together. So I wrote about Esmeralda and the theories, more Twitter updates, and it was when BTS released the concept photos for Love Yourself, so I just wrote the order. And also they released the highlight reel. So as you can see, I tried to write it with the Chinese characters, and I really like how it turned out. I have no idea if that's how you supposed to write the characters, because I've never learned Chinese in my life, but I just really like how it looks. Here more Twitter updates, and then I received my orders for EXO The War, so I just wrote a quick unboxing note, and I have version B and private version, and also I wrote about wanting the version A, but I haven't ordered it and I'm probably not gonna order it. So here I have this little flippy thing, and I can't draw at all, but I tried to make the chibi drawing of Suho and Xiumin, because I pulled their photo cards from the albums. Then we have more Twitter updates, because that was what I was mostly doing in this K-pop journal back when I started. I also wrote about Happy Dawn Day from D6, and also about pre-ordering BTS's albums. Here is a birthday spread for Jungkook, which I posted on my Instagram. If you have been following me for at least 2 months, you will see that. But I changed my feed again, so I don't have the spreads that I used to post. Here's also one of my favorite spreads in this K-pop journal. I just wrote about the album repackage that EXO was going to release, and some Twitter updates, and here are all the tweets for Jungkook's birthday. Here I did the same kind of spread for Namjoon's birthday, which I also posted on my Instagram, but it's no longer here. Here is a very messy spread. I really don't like this one. It's mostly just Twitter updates, and here I wrote about Serendipity, and some like random music video releases from D6 and EXO. And here I also wrote my thoughts about all the versions of the concept photos for BTS's album. Here I just tried to like fill up this spread, so I just lettered this congratulations on 8 millions for BTS, and also the BTS and Chainsmokers collaboration. And here's the track list for BTS's album. And here I decided to do a full page for Ishing, who has been wrecking me so hard. So I decided to just write some basic info about him. Here is my Serendipity spread, which I also posted on my Instagram. I hate this spread, honestly. It was so pretty before I started writing in it. I love how this looks. but the handwriting is just awful. I was trying to make it look messy, but it just looks so bad. And I don't know if you can see, but I had to stick another page on top of that because I messed up, and even after rewriting it, it still looks awful. I'm sorry if the notebook is not in a shot, because I'm filming with my phone and it's my second time filming with my phone, so I'm not really used to it and I don't really know how to where to keep the notebook on the desk, so like it might be out of shot. Sorry for that. Here I wrote about Jay's birthday, some Twitter updates, and here I just started to kind of stop doing the daily Twitter updates. So instead I just made the weekly thing. And here are all the tweets for Namjoon's birthday and some more Twitter updates. Here I decided to write about my thoughts about each song from BTS's album. And here are just more random Twitter updates, and I put this little blood type compatibility table thing, which I found online because I just thought that it would look nice here, and also it will fill the space a bit. And it was the time when TRCNG was about to debut, so in order to like keep track of everything, I decided to write their little schedule here, and yeah, I was really excited for that. Here I have a full page for Jungkook. I just wrote like with Ising spread, I just wrote some basic info and like my thoughts about me being biased. Here is a spread for Kyungsoo's drama, which I started watching. I'm like halfway through, but I haven't finished it yet. So I just left the space here to write about the ending. Here I made a full spread, the profile spread for BAP, which is one of my favorite spreads as well. I started doing like this kind of doodles here on the header, and I think it looks really nice, so you will see that more often. Here are just more Twitter updates. Here is birthday spread for Ising, and again I did these little doodles here. Here is birthday spread for Jimin. I also did the little doodles here, and again the handwriting is awful. I tried to make it look messy, but it just looks really bad. Here more Twitter updates. I wrote about Lay releasing I Need You music video, and Day6 comeback, and also about DNA first win. Here's my here's the birthday spread for Zalo, which I also posted on my Instagram, but I don't think it's here anymore. Here more Twitter updates. Here the DNA wins. I also stopped doing it after the third win. Here I decided to do like a little introduction to BTS by music videos, because when I first got into K-pop and BTS, I was watching so many different videos on the internet, and I decided to pick one for each member that kind of represents the member the most, the best. Here I wrote about being a baby and an army at the same time. Here I was waiting for my albums, and I just wrote where my albums, because it took forever to arrive. Like literally I was waiting for both packages a month. The first one took like 20 something days, and the second one took 35 days. So it was like the longest I ever waited for my albums. Here I just had some space left, so I wrote about Daehyun Solo, which is one of my favorite songs ever as well. So I just wrote my thoughts about it. And here I wrote about my favorite BAP songs, which are obviously not all, but I just put like some of my favorites. Here is also one of my favorite spreads. I wrote about receiving the Love Yourself albums and unboxing them. I wrote about doing my first Instagram live where I did a flip through for all the versions of BTS album. Here I wrote about Pada, which is the hidden track on BTS's album, and you may know or you may not know that, but I actually haven't listened to this song before I got my albums because I was trying to like try to not listen or not like not listen to the track on Instagram or like on YouTube because I wanted to be surprised and like enjoy it when I receive my albums. Here I wrote about the albums that I ordered in October, and here I just wrote about unboxing BAP's albums, and here is a very short note. I actually should make like a full spread for that, but it was my very first K-pop concert and I saw FT Island live, and yeah, I just wrote about that. Here I wrote about Sync releasing Ship, which is a really good album. Like I didn't like the Shape song at the beginning, but it's actually one of my favorite songs right now. I really like it. Here I wrote about TRCNG's debut and also their first performance on Music Bank. Here are very short entries about the new survival show by JYP called Stray Kids, which I actually I should probably do like another spread for that because I wrote that before the show was aired, so like there wasn't that much info about that. Also I wrote about the unit which I haven't started watching yet, and it was also before the unit was released. Here I wrote about Youngja and Hohyun from TRCNG being the MCs for the show, and I thought it was just like one-time thing, so you will see later I have another note about that. Here I wrote a short note about JBJ's debut. Here I decided to put all BAP's albums because I'm planning on collecting all of their albums, all Korean releases, and then maybe some Japanese releases as well. Here I wrote the fan chant for Missing You by BTOB, and here just congratulations on 9 million followers on Twitter. Here I wrote the different versions for BAP albums, and here I wrote about organizing the albums I want to get. So basically I made a spreadsheet for the albums I want to get on Google, and I just put every album that I want and all the albums I own so I could keep track of that. And here is just like a little note of the albums, BAP albums that I have and want to order, but I'm no longer updating that because I have the spreadsheet now. Here I wrote about receiving Doll and also all of my thoughts about BTOB's new album, which is amazing. I love it so much. It's one of the best albums ever released, in my opinion. Here I wrote about, like, I just put this little page here of all the things I have to do and buy when I'm off to see FT Island. And here I just lettered have fun and don't get lost, because I swear to God, I'm getting lost everywhere, even on my own street. I'm really bad with directions. So here's another one of my favorite spreads in this K-pop journal. I just wrote about 2,100 days with BP, and again the little note about the show and Hohyun being the new MC. Because that's, as I said, I thought it was one-time thing, but it's not. There are the new MCs. So yeah, I just wrote about that again. And I also wrote about B2B's first win on Music Bank for their song Missing You. Here I left some space. I have to actually fill that up because I already received the album. As I said, I waited for the album 35 days. It took so freaking long to arrive. But it's okay, it's here now, and I'm more than happy because I actually pulled my bias on the album, so it's all okay. Here I wrote about BTS's Halloween dance practice and also about downloading the BAP Amino app, because I used to use the general K-pop Amino app about half a year ago, but I just like got bored. I wasn't using it that much, so I deleted it, and a few weeks ago I downloaded the Amino app only for BAP. Here I wrote about the albums that I ordered in November, and here I wrote about Master Key, which is literally the funniest show ever. If you haven't watched that, please do. There's currently 7 episodes, and it's just the funniest thing ever. Here I wrote about, I started writing about the app being my favorite ship, like better than Namjoon, which is kind of not true because I do like both of the ships a lot, and I think they kind of equal, but yeah, I have to write about that. And here I started writing about changing my username to the puppy, which I changed my Instagram spam account to that. It's basically like you can read it in 2 ways. So it's either the Appy, which is the ship name for Jungkook and Taehyun. And also you can just read it like the puppy, so like Taehyun puppy. I don't know, I just thought it's kind of cute, and I don't know, it's just my favorite thing right now. Here I have the TRCNG profile spread, which I have a video on, so if you haven't seen it, please go watch it. And here is just a birthday spread for Kangmin from TRCNG. And that's about that actually. Now I will show you what I have at the end of this K-pop journal. I decided to do like a little calendar for every month where I will put all the different members from different groups and their birthdays, so that I know when to do which spread. I'm obviously not doing like a spread for every single member of every single group, but if I stan a group, I will most likely do a spread for all members. So as you can see, I started doing like a printed calendar here, which looks really nice, but when I first started doing that, I actually had like this kind of calendar, which is just really ugly and very messy. As you can see, I used like a ton of the whiting, what's the word for that, like the whiting pen, like I'm not sure, like the thing you can erase the pen with it. And as you can see, I still haven't finished the calendar, but yeah, it will look like this basically. So yeah, that's actually all for this video. I hope it's not gonna be too long, and I hope it's gonna be kinda in short. Thank you so much for watching, and I see you in my next video. Bye!